Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, I am the CHALL, and today, Chall Chats, Doncaster Rovers Football Club, we have made our first signing. We ain't messing about here, and it's someone that Rovers fans will be familiar with. For those of you who have not supported the club for long, like you started supporting the club in the last 2-3 years maybe, you probably don't know this guy, but majority of the long-term supporters will know who this is. Ian Lawlor returns to Rovers on a 2-year deal. We have our goalkeeper. Now, it's unsure at this moment in time if he is indeed going to be number 1 or number 2. Obviously, we've got an offer on the table for Lewis Jones. We've got an offer on the table for Ben Bottomley. Unless they've agreed terms, unless I've misread something. We know that Jonathan Mitchell's gone. But we have Ian Lawlor on a 2-year deal. So we're going to talk about this deal, talk about his spell at Dundee, and also share my thoughts on this as well as the club statement. So before we get started, make sure you do like, comment, subscribe, click the notification bell so you never miss a YouTube video. And for now, guys, let's get straight into this one. So let's start off with the official club statement, and it goes as follows. Rovers are delighted to confirm the signing of goalkeeper Ian Lawlor on a 2-year deal. The 28-year-old makes his return to the Eco Bar Stadium, where he spent 4.5 years after leaving Manchester City. He was part of the Rovers side that won promotion from Sky Bet League 2 in 2017 and went on to make 85 appearances for the club. Now, of course, he said, "It feels like home and I'm delighted to be back. I really enjoyed the previous spell there. It was a club that I had a lot of love for. We had success over the years. The fan base were great with me. It was a move that just felt right for me." Now, Lawlor played under Grant McCann during the manager's previous season with the club before becoming his first signing of the current tenure. McCann is excited to reunite with the Irish keeper. He said, "Ian is someone I know who I've worked with before. He's had a good relationship here with the fans, and the previous promotion from League 2 here was a massive factor because he's been here and done it. We're absolutely delighted to get him. He's commanding, 6'4", kicks the ball a mile, a good communicator, and most of all, he's a good person." Now then, since leaving Rovers in the summer of 2021, he spent 2 seasons with Dundee in the Scottish Premiership and the Scottish Championship. The signing is subject to EFL, Football Association and FIFA ratification. So that is the club statement on Ian Lawlor. So what kind of keeper are we getting? For those of you who don't know about Ian Lawlor, well, it says it there. He's commanding, he's a great character, he can boot the ball quite a long way, he's a real long distance kicker. It certainly quashes any sort of a doubt as to whether we're going to play out from the back or not at any point. There may be times where we'll have to adjust to that at times, but I don't think that's going to be our majority style of play. I think we're just going to boot it down long and try and win it in the air in forward positions, which has been part of the McCann setup. So I think that, you know, Lawlor, for the type of keeper, for the style of football McCann wants to play, he is the right type of keeper. Now, the second part of this deal is he's known to the club. He's known to Doncaster Rovers. He's been here before. And I'll be perfectly honest with you guys. Is there other options out there that could have done just as good, if not better job? Yes. Is this still a good signing? I believe it is. Now, immediately, people are going to throw in my direction. Look at this season. He's had 5 games in the Scottish Championship with Dundee. And I did take a look at those 5 games. Well, not the games itself, but I took a look at the stats. And 3 clean sheets out of those 5 appearances in the Scottish Championship this season. It might not be a big spell, but it's at least consistent. At least he can keep a clean sheet. And it's going to be, you know, very interesting to see how Lawlor readapts to the squad and how he readapts to Rovers. I feel like if the intention is that Jones is going to leave, Bottomley's number 3 and Lawlor's number 2 for a lone keeper, or another number 1 that's long-term, and then Lawlor's the more experienced number 1 while the long-term keeper trains and develops, then I wouldn't be 100% against this signing. I think that look, I think the good thing about Lawlor, especially being here before, is you have a player who's now going to come back on this 2-year deal, who's gone out there in Scotland and has got that experience in the Premiership and the Championship, and he's going to come back one would say hopefully a better player. So, you know, there is positives to this signing. He's a commanding goalkeeper. He's a great communicator. You know, does communicate with his players well. He's a great character around the place as well. He was always great with the fans. You know, I talked to him in the, especially, you know, the year where he the season before he left the club. I did get a chance to speak to him once or twice, and he was a great guy. So it's good to see him back at the club. And there is that feel, isn't there, of, you know, the 2017-2018 gang getting reunited again and things like that. 2018-2019 gang as well. So I don't know. You know, like I said, I think the hope is going to come back an even better player, a more experienced player. Obviously, the major factor here, as McCann said in his interview, that, you know, he's won promotion from this level before. That's the thing that swayed it. That's the massive factor in this decision. He's been here, won it before from League 2 level, and I think we're looking here at a goalkeeper who, in my personal opinion, will absolutely do the best that he can. I believe he's going to do the best that he can, and I really do feel as if he's someone who will do his absolute best. He will commit to the cause. He'll commit his all to the club. And he did wear the heart on his sleeve, you know, even when he made mistakes in the past, you know, he always wore his heart on his sleeve. He always wore the badge with pride. So, you know, he's one of them players who we can't knock. As long as you try your best and give 110% every single week, we can't knock you as fans. So, for me, you know, I think in terms of, is it better than what we had previously? It is definitely improvement. It is definitely an upgrade. And for me personally, I feel like this guy will be a wonderful signing. I think that, like I said, he's going to come back a better player, hopefully, with more experience in Scotland. And, you know, I'm pleased with this signing. You know, I've got my reservations, like anyone has. You know, if anyone's got any reservations about a signing, it's not a bad thing. It's just some things that we may need to look at going into the season. So, like I said, I'm not too sure if he's going to be as a competitive number 2 or as a number 1, depending on the Jones or Bottomley situations. But overall, welcome back, Ian. Good to see you back, and let's get to work. So, thank you very much, guys, for watching this video. Like I said, overall, I'm fairly happy with the signing. It's good to see Ian back, and someone who's known to the club and can try and win promotion from this level again. Thank you very much. I am the CHALL. Ta-ra for now.